The 20-second principle. How to use the 20-second rule to build healthy habits and break negative ones. Although a simple principle, the 20-second rule is something that you can utilize daily to transform your habits and improve your life. In this episode, we're going to share some ways that you can implement this rule in your life today, including waking up earlier, creating healthy habits, and breaking negative habits. Let's face it, we all want to build better habits. However, finding the motivation to do so can be nearly impossible and leave us stuck. Forming a new habit relies on pure action, and without the motivation, action cannot occur. Luckily, a technique coined the 20-second rule has proved itself highly effective in creating new habits and breaking bad ones. Let's discuss this method and how to utilize it in our everyday lives. What is the 20-second rule? The 20-second rule is a technique introduced in the book The Happiness Advantage by Shawn Achor. This technique involves removing potential barriers from completing a habit. This way we are more likely to go through with it. If there is too much effort required within the 20-second span, it can be fairly easy for our minds to talk us out of doing it. The author provided the example of wanting to play the guitar, but being talked out of it due to the annoyance of having to get it out of the closet. To resolve this, he placed the guitar in the main room of his house. Therefore, it took him less than 20 seconds of effort to start, and he was less likely to talk himself out of it. Overall, the 20-second rule suggests that in order for a habit to be effective, it needs to be convenient, desirable, and attractive. Let's discuss some ways to implement these principles in our daily habits. Wake up earlier. How many of us struggle with getting out of bed on time? How about wanting to wake up earlier to be more productive, but not being able to summon the willpower? According to the 20-second rule, we must remove the effort required to begin the task within 20 seconds. Once your alarm goes off in the morning, you have 20 seconds before your mind will convince you to snooze and go back to sleep. So, how do you make it out of bed? First, you can set your alarm across your room, so you have to get up and turn it off. Once you're up, you're less likely to convince yourself to go back to bed. Additionally, if possible, set up your morning activity or outfit by the bed. This way, it takes less time for you to begin your morning routine, and you're less likely to snooze. Creating healthy habits. The 20-second rule can also be a useful tool when it comes to creating healthy habits, such as nutrition and exercise. In terms of nutrition, you can utilize the 20-second rule by preparing meals for the week ahead of time and pre-packing healthy snacks. This way it makes it easier for a healthy option. Remember, habits have to be convenient for them to stick. In terms of fitness, it may be a little harder to get yourself moving. Some techniques that align with the 20-second rule are set out by your workout clothes before bed, pressing play on a home workout, or laying out your yoga mat in the middle of your living space. All of these things make the habit convenient and easy to access, which increases the chance that you will do it. Breaking negative habits. Although frequently used to create healthy habits, the 20-second rule can also be utilized to help break bad habits. This is done mainly through making the habit no longer convenient, or removing the attraction factor from the habit. There are many examples for breaking bad habits, but let's review just a few. If a bad habit that you want to break is frequent snacking on junk food, you should move the snacks to a hard-to-access location. The more effort required to get the food, the less likely you are to go for it. Another example might be scrolling on social media instead of studying. In order to break this bad habit, set your phone on the other side of the house. If you want to get up and walk to it, you'll be less inclined to do so due to the effort required. Final words. Overall, the 20-second rule is a helpful tool to transform your habits and refocus your life. It should be noted that many habits or actions that we engage in take longer than 20 seconds to complete. However, focusing on the first step of each individual action or habit can change the course of our actions altogether. By focusing on the willpower and motivation behind those first 20 seconds, we can develop new habits and break negative ones. In order for habits to be effective, they need to be convenient and desirable. Think about what habits you want to create and how you want to make them work for you by making them more attractive and easy. In the same sense, think of the bad habits that you currently follow and consider how you can make these less desirable and more difficult to engage in. Following these simple techniques can change your daily life vastly in very short increments of time.